In Belém, COP30 unfolds in the embrace of the world's largest rainforest. Guyana's delegation has taken its place among the global climate negotiators. But behind the speeches and political statements, it is the technical team, mainly Guyanese experts, who are explaining, defending, and shaping the country's most important climate policies. At the heart of that effort is Dr. Pradeepa Bolanath, an environmental economist guiding the country's REDD Plus program and its low carbon development pathway. Her work is central to explaining how Guyana has kept one of the lowest deforestation rates in the world.
Environmental economics is all about seeing how there could be a better balance between economic development and environmental conservation. A lot of what we do in Guyana's climate program and the low carbon development strategy for that matter is underpinned by that concept. How could we achieve a low carbon trajectory while maintaining the forest and while protecting and conserving the environment? So it really has come full circle for me in my earlier training in environmental economics, and then seeing that come to life working with the national strategy, the LCDS, the forward-thinking nature of the strategy as expressed by Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali in bringing forests and biodiversity center stage in the conversation on development, and seeing now how that is impacting on forest-based communities and at the grassroots level. That's really rewarding to see that come to life and that happen.
She says having Guyanese lead these discussions is essential because the systems being showcased were built at home.
We have in Guyana also benefited from international expertise, and from time and time again, we would call on those expertise to help us develop parts of the system that we're implementing. At these levels, though, when you're representing country positions and when you're taking forward the messages and the achievements and the challenges that Guyana has faced, it really is important to bring the local context. And I think it's most effectively done when it's made by Guyanese, because there is that sense of the lived experience. You know, we have lived what this experience has taught us. We have learned the lessons that we've learned over the close to 20 years of implementing this system. So we bring the message through what we have experienced having developed the system and implementing the system.
Guyana's technical team includes specialists drawing links between climate change and everyday life. For Lucina Singh, adaptation planning is now urgent and unavoidable.
As a Guyanese, it's a very proud experience because we, as a small country, we have done so much in relation to climate change, being the first in many areas, especially in areas related to forest management, carbon markets, and so for the region. And as you know, our LCDS is one of the first of its kind, being development strategy, but also focusing on having that low carbon sort of development.
Her team is finalizing adaptation plans for health, education, agriculture, sectors already feeling the effects of climate change.
As you know, there's a link with climate change in health. It might be things like diseases or just the impacts from having these extreme weather conditions and education. Even though we mightn't think about the strong link, there obviously is, because climate affects everybody. And you know, sometimes if there are extreme events, you might have days of school missing, and even things like heat can affect somebody how they learn.
Technical coordinator Raja Goku says Guyana's credibility comes from years of patient work, building a system other countries now look to.
It's a privilege to be at COP, and I'm very proud to represent Guyana at COP because we have the prestigious, world-renowned low carbon development strategy, which is widely respected. I'm very happy to be a representative and an agent of that strategy at this forum.
Guyana insists that any credible forest plan must include Indigenous leadership, and the country has brought that leadership with it.
Forest is a global asset. As an Indigenous people, I believe that Indigenous voices are very crucial at this time, because we have always lived in the forest. It's part of our life, it's in our DNA. And Obviously, if anything to do with forest, indigenous people have a say. And that's what makes it very important.
He says seeing global attention on forests here in the Amazon feels like a moment of recognition for communities that have protected them for generations.
Looking forward that at this COP that we can have something tangible coming out of this. It's no more about fighting NGOs, fighting government and um, the policyholders, and is everybody got to understand that we have a common threat. We got to come together. We got to put away our differences and look at reality. Come to a solution, and this solution can only happen if we all can understand that climate change is a threat to all of us.
That combination of science, policy, and community leadership is also driving Guyana's global role, including co-chairing the Forest and Climate Leaders Partnership with the UK.
First of all, Guyana isn't just talking about climate action, Guyana is leading it. While Guyana has stepped into the central position and driving ambition and inspiring action, we've been able to build on over 15 years of experience in forest conservation, carbon market mechanisms. And in this way, Guyana is showing the world how innovation and leadership can power a sustainable future.
At COP30, Guyana's climate message carries an unusual weight, not because the country is powerful, but because its experts speak with the authority of lived experience. For Guyana, the forest is not a distant symbol, it is home. And here in Belém, that message is being delivered by the people who know it best. Danielle Swain for the newsroom in Belém.